The reason the title is the Doldrums is not only does the ship hit the Artemis hit the Doldrums, but the characters as well. They stop moving forward. There's impasses from Jamie to Fergus and Marcel. You know, there's no wind, so to speak.
In the sea?
In the sea
or
in
the
the
relationships, that's right.
This was our big move. We finished off with our Scottish filming, and we picked up and moved production half a world away to South Africa.
I mean, we started talking about this a long time ago. We had been joking around the set, even first season 1, like, oh, when we get to the ship stories, we should steal those black sails.
We should, yeah.
How many ships do they have down there?
They had 3 ships, and we used all 3, and we repurposed them and redesigned them, but they never used the Artemis. That was our ship.
It's almost impossible to shoot on a real ship at sea. Cramped conditions that you have to put all the crew people in, the unpredictability of the sea and the wind, and just 1,000 things can go wrong. So, under what you do is you tend to put them on stationary ships that are either on stationary tanks of water and surround them with green screen to sort of give you the big horizon. And sometimes you're putting them on the interiors of sound stages, and it's put it on what's called a gimbal, which allows the deck to actually rotate back and forth.
Superstitions on the sea go to this day.
There's a lot of variation in the superstitions of the time, too. Different ships had different superstitions.
And we point that out. We could have done an episode on just how many superstitions. So we had to narrow them down.
Claire starts to fight with the captain and say, this is ridiculous, but the captain says to her, rightly so, it doesn't matter if it's true or not. What matters is if the men believe it.
In a way, superstitions were used to control their environment. So a captain that says it's superstitious to have a woman on board, he didn't want women on board because that would cause an unruly crew. So he needed to come up with a way of counterbalance. And I think a lot of superstitions, that's how they grew, is
because the crew has to be pacified or there'll be a mutiny on the ship.